Hey everyone, this is Dan, the GM, bringing you episode 105 of What the Dice. 105 episodes, and you know what? I'm not going to pitch our socials, you know what they are. I'm not going to ask you to join our Discord, you already know I'm going to. I'm going to ask you guys to rate and review us. There's sites like Podchaser, which lets you give ratings and reviews. You also have Spotify, which lets you give ratings, and Apple, of course. Apple lets you rate everything because it's Apple. And I also have a YouTube channel. If you guys can sub up over there, like, comment, and subscribe to anything you want to see over there. I'm always looking for content. I'm always looking to do something new. But most of all, I am looking to get us out there more. And the best way to do it is through word of mouth and to help us fight those dragons of algorithms and help get us those ratings and reviews. So that is my call to arms. That's all I've got. I'm gonna just head out. I'll let you guys get on with this week's episode. Sit back, my friends, relax, and enjoy this week's episode of What the Dice. We approach the campsite from the village edge, and we notice that there are traps laid out. Things to capture rodents so that you may remove them from the area. Nothing that would cause any serious harm or lethal to any small creature. We look around and we don't see the storyteller. We walk to our stump and we sit down, and the fire is burning, but the fish that he normally would have cooking at this time are gone. We see a rustle in the woods, and we look up, looking over, and we see the storyteller coming out, wiping bramble and tree limbs off of his shoulders. He walks to the campsite with a slight harumph. He walks to his stump and sits down in a mildly grumpy mood. He looks up at us. Well, it seems as if I will not be eating today. Well, me friends, nothing can stop me from telling the tale of our adventurers, though. So, last we spoke, the adventurers had to deal with a strange ooze that Faye stepped on. And they had a chance to go deeper into the mountain of Godsfell. Well, me friends, their hunt is getting deeper, and their tale has still much more to come. Sit back, relax, and hear me tell. In the last episode, you guys had a chance to fight an ooze because the GM wanted to punish someone rolling a natural 1. After quickly disbanding the ooze and turning him into more of a puddle, you were able to follow a strangely scrawled out note that was written in Dwarvens long ago, telling you how to get into the original caves. Doubling back, you guys found the loose stones as described on the sign, and over some poking and prodding from Defibulus and Kalila as Faye cleaned her boot, you were able to find the loose-fitting stone. As we come back, you guys are staring into a vast expanse of cave systems. Caves that have not seen the light of a person in no one knows how long.
Well, once the dust settles, Kalila will give a brief cough behind that, just much like I did. And look at Defibulus and going, well, that was easy.
Yeah, I kind of was. Rather cavernous in here.
Yeah, well, they did dig through the mountain. Although, as she takes note of the floor, it looks like this is crushed ship. Because the floor is not rocky. It is still kinks it with her foot claw. What would it be? Metal still?
Yes, this would be all graded metal. And
Okay.
you can see This area has black scarring all over the place, and you see a small hole where it looks like they had used some explosives to break their way in.
Well, looking down the rock wall, she'll go, looks like there is a tunnel over there.
Hmm. Well, lacking any, I guess that's it.
Agreed. And I see no rats or anything that would be interesting to a rat out here.
But you do hear the sounds of chittering of creatures, of bats and rats, and drippings of water coming from the stalactites that off in the distance.
She goes, although there is a lot of activity in these caves. Lots of water, lots of bats. I hear more rats, and possibly other things.
Alright, well, I mean...
Draw straws to lead the way, or shall I?
Now, my question is, do you actually have straws on you to draw straws?
I mean, technically, if anyone has a survival kit of any kind, you would have matches.
Yep, and there's ropes, and you can always just like shave off a couple of strings and then cut one short and make straws out of it.
Mhm.
So give me a minute, and I will.
I got it. Let's go.
You leading? Is that what you mean by you got it?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, make sure to watch for oozes.
Kalila's just gonna laugh at that. They are slippery.
Faye, are you using your lit up knife as a light?
Yes, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull one of my swords, too.
I also have my floating lantern that is still active, and my bow is now out. Staying
Okay.
out.
As you progress down this corridor that has been carved from the stone, you can see that this was all carved by hand. You see scratches of old iron pickaxes that have scarred the living stone. The stone itself is warm to the touch, but still has that telltale sign of moisture that has built up over the time the stone has been around. Probably from the snow that is melting overhead. How fast are you going? Are you taking this at a very casual walk, a very slow walk, or are you sneaking?
I'm sort of sneaking. Like, I'm toe heel stepping and walking gingerly and looking where I'm going and caution.
Yeah, we're in a cave, and I warned it was active. I would imagine so. If not, I mean, I would
And
suggest it.
I am trying hard to be quiet.
So roll stealth.
Yep, anyone who is trying to be stealthy, I need a stealth check.
Okay. Does Hugin need to roll?
No, Hugin does not need to roll
Okay.
because he is a spider and literally is not making any sound.
Is it possible for their feet to make sounds?
Yes.
On glass and metal, yes, but stone, no.
30-20.
Okay.
I mean, unless he's trying, I guess. I've got a 25.
I have
Okay.
somewhere over 30.
For the most part, Kalila, you are deadly silent. Your footpaws make no sound as you walk.
But that means I feel everything. Cold.
Defibulus and Faye, you can hear your footsteps echo in the hall in the cave systems as you move around. As you approach, you see what looks like old wooden planks that have been laid out. The wood is old and rotten, but it is laid across a solid foundation of stone.
That's not going to be fun to walk on.
What would you guys like to do? Peering into this nondescript, what looks like maybe a way station. You see wooden planks that have been laid out. You see old rusty tools that have been laid out. You see what used to be hay cots that have decayed and chewed on by random creatures.
Look back and go, hey, I found the straws.
How loud are you talking, Kalila?
quietly. I remember the bats in the red herring temple, so it'll be that quiet. Hey, look, I found the straws.
Okay.
It's fabulous.
Giving this look of, mm-hmm.
Did you hear me? She whispered at you, going, hey, look, I found the straws.
Mm-hmm.
Lies and slander.
So, in a hushed tone, Faye is going to remind everyone to move quietly and point out the rotten wood underfoot.
Duly noted.
Entering in this area looks like they had taken lime and some dry powders to rub the walls. You can tell that the moisture hasn't gotten through all of it, or it has turned solid to where moisture doesn't cling to the new stone. You see a small couple of bags that have been chewed through, probably had food of some sort. You also see a small chest sitting off in the distance that has been pried open by maybe a crowbar or a pickaxe that has been thoroughly looted.
Kalila's going to be trying to listen for more of the direction of which way the rats are.
Okay.
So she'll cautiously make her way. I'm assuming Faye is still moving forward. She'll keep pace with her, but be trying to listen more for which way the rats are coming from.
I will pause here and let her listen.
Right. Perception check.
28.
28 to 8.
Correct.
With a 28, your ears flick and twitch, and you hear chittering nearby. As you look over, you see some red, beady eyes looking up from underneath some of the floorboards.
I'm assuming we're close enough to nudge one another. I don't
Yes.
think we're like 10 feet apart or anything.
No. Well, this is a little... The map that I have is a little closer to scale, but I figured you guys are traveling
Closely.
fairly close.
Right. We're not going to occupy the same square, but assume we're within touching distance of each other.
Right.
Okay. She'll reach out and give Faye a light tap on one of her arms and then point to under the floorboards going, pair of red eyes. Rats underneath the floor. And also nudge Defibulus and make sure he's aware of it too.
Defibulus will nod in acknowledgement.
The rat. Let me roll for the rat. As soon as I find my d20. There it is. The rat seems unaware of your presence, and you hear the sound of him chewing on the wood and breaking pieces off.
Is it just the one?
That you can tell.
Can I hear on, it looks like is there one or two tunnels in front of us?
There are two tunnels, both of which are echoing hauntingly hollow sounding wind and carrying the sounds of creatures that are deep within the cave systems. Bats chittering amongst themselves as they sleep.
Right. Can she determine if one tunnel has more rat chitter than another?
I will need a survival check or a nature check. Whichever you have that is higher, I will allow you to roll.
Knowledge, nature, or survival?
Yep, and yep.
33.
With a 33, it sounds like the rats are closer to the southwestern cave. It sounds like there's a little bit more chittering coming from that direction. You're not 100% sure if it is rats, but it is either rats or bats. The other direction, you hear more of that groaning, hollow wind sound as you hear possibly oozes with that telltale squishy sound moving about.
No.
She'll nod and motion to both of them to the one that would be on our left, so the southeast, since we're facing south. She goes, I think there's more oozes down that way based off of the sounds. And then motioning to the right tunnel, the southwest tunnel, She goes, it sounds more chittery down that side, so either more bats or rats are that way. I can't tell the difference from this distance. We could probably just leave that one rat.
Less oozes.
And we're supposed to be hunting the rats.
Exactly. Let's go.
So heading that way,
Yep.
Yep.
I need a perception check. No, I'm sorry. I need a. Are you guys walking stealthily?
Yes.
Yes.
Then I need a stealth check.
Because we all know that that one rat is there, and we don't want to disturb that one rat.
Nat 20.
Ooh, go to Fibulous.
29.
Stealthy stealth. Stealthy stealth. 30.
You all seem to, with ease, move past that rat. Defibulous taking his chances and moving from board to board, not making a thump or a creak as he does. It could be he has gotten used to his new armor, or that he is just a very small person and is able to move lightly on his feet.
It's the bare feet.
It is. The bare feet grant all.
As you get into the caverns itself in this cave system, you see more some signs of dwarven digging, scrapes with a shovel, a pickaxe here. And as you get deeper in, you see a set of rats. Their backs are to you, but their ears are twitching. Above them, you see a group of bats chittering and sleeping, possibly. The rats themselves seem to be hanging out in the guano of the bats, rolling around in it. What would you guys like to do?
We all see this, right?
Yes, you do.
And Hugin is silent.
Mm-hmm.
Kalila's going to tap on Faye and kind of motion like a let's squat down. And she's going to see if Hugin can weave a web in the entrance of that tunnel without disturbing the rats and leave enough of a hole for us to fire through it.
Okay. Inventive.
If anybody is opposed to that idea, because then Kalila and Defibulous can just shoot the two rats, and then the bats will hit the web, and in theory, lessen their approach, and we won't be attacked by bats.
Okay, I'm down.
Which she'll say this very, 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 to everyone.
If this was Shadowrun, I would be giving you a point of edge for this.
Thank you.
That is very inventive.
This is why I'm not allowed to be a mage.
I am not sure what skill we would use. Let's go ahead and give Hugin a dexterity roll with advantage because he is a spider and this is literally what he does for hunting.
Right, and he can go slow. So if this takes 5 minutes, I don't think anybody's going to rush Hugin.
Yeah, but the rats the rats might become aware. That's more.
Yeah, but if he slowly weaves the web like a natural spider does in a natural environment, the rats might not even care.
Yeah.
I was going to say, for a skill, it could either be like a survival check for him, or you just craft web.
Yeah, he also technically has stealth, but I mean, he also is a web spitter, so
Yeah, I'd give you advantage no matter what skill you want to use. He'll have advantage. So pick the one you feel is the most appropriate and give me that roll.
he got a dirty 20.
Go Hugin.
Right? He doesn't have very many stats, so
Hey, go Hugin. Get your web on.
get your web on. Get your web on. All right, I'm done.
With skill and ease of a spider that has grown around all this, he carefully makes his web. It's not a very thick web, as there's not a whole lot of time, but he is able to put it thick enough to where if the bats come through, fewer of them would get through. The rats themselves, if they come through, the webbing on the base is thicker and heavier laden with the stickier of the web, which would cut their movement nearly to 0. Hugin moves back next to you, giving you a slight tap on the leg, letting you know he is done.
I'll nod and then have her Defibulus, unless Faye wants to try and throw a dagger, but holes left for her and Defibulus, arrow, stick through, aim, fire, kind of thing. To the rats. And she'll sneak up there with Defibulus.
So you have 2 rats and a bat swarm. How
Yep.
this is going to work, I am going to... Go ahead.
How many bats are there? Are there enough? Few enough for Faye to count?
It's a swarm.
There are 6 of them.
6 bats.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And... Okay. While Hugin was weaving his web, I have also hit both of my companions with guidance, which gives them...
You have companions?
You two.
She's talking about you.
Oh.
I...
They're all right.
For the next minute, you gain +1 on an attack roll, a saving throw, or a skill check.
Sweet.
Neat.
Okay. So, I'm going to give you guys a free round of attacks, and then we will roll for initiative.
Do we get to roll with advantage?
Yes.
Hey.
So you have 2 rats. We'll call one rat Rat 1, and we'll call the other rat Rat B.
Rat 1 and Rat B.
Got it.
Because we're not into labels here. And we'll go from there.
All right.
So-
She'll look at Defibulus and make motion of you take left, I take right.
Shame I don't have an exploding shot. I hear someone smirking in the background there.
So, just so you guys know, these tunnels are only 10 by 10.
Yeah.
They are small tunnels, just so you all know.
Okay, so I'm going to step back and let everybody pass in front.
Do that thing.
You two can stand shoulder to shoulder at the edge of the web and do the thing.
All right. I got 1. You got B.
Should we use wild shot?
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with no on that one. Not
about-
yet.
So we
Save-
probably then don't want to use the C4, huh?
No. Too big. Also, we might collapse the rocks.
Pair.
I didn't even want in a cave today. I don't want to cave in. Let's go.
So, short round and Kalila, go ahead and roll for your attack.
All right. Also, Kalila's pulling out a seeker arrow, which will hit a second target within half medium range. So, in theory, a bat or another rat.
Okay. So we are going to treat all the bats as one entity for
Yeah.
ease of my sanity.
Yep. No. I like swarm tactics, swarm combat rules. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So who's going to roll first?
Did. Or
right.
rather, I just went ahead and rolled. So, 35.
Okay. And your arrow kills the first rat.
And it should bounce and hit something else.
Okay. Let me roll. All right. Call it odds or evens.
Evens.
Odds. It's going to hit the second rat.
Oh, okay. Well, gives Defibulus a chance to fire at the bats if it doesn't
Alright.
die.
Damage for that rat is what? Half of the original damage, right?
Yes, but I never gave you damage.
Oh, I'm sorry. Please give me my damage.
Yeah, I mean, you just automatically said the rat died, so I was going with it.
Well, it's got 5 HP. I mean, I think starting...
Okay, well, I have a +7 to begin with on that damage roll.
So it's dead.
Yeah, probably.
And it takes... So go ahead and roll the damage. So as long as you do more than 10 points of damage, you're technically half that damage would go onto the other enemy, which would kill it. So please roll.
4, 5, 6, plus 13.
All right, so both of them are dead.
And I think
Alright.
you overkilled that first one.
Oops.
Defibulus. You see both these rats drop down dead, an arrow sticking out of them, and you have a clear shot at the bat swarm.
Rat kebabs.
Yes.
Bob!
Rat
pass.
kebabs.
Those are never good in the Undercity.
Mm.
So are you going to take a shot at the rat swarm?
You mean bat swarm?
The bat swarm, thank you.
So my targeting, I don't think really quite works on a swarm, does it?
No.
Do you have anything that can be like a buckshot?
No, because the shotgun type weapon was left somewhere or put away somewhere.
Okay. No.
But how clustered together are they?
They're sleeping, so they're going to be clustered together for warmth. So you could technically, because, bullets going to hit stone, stone will shrapnelize, stuff like that.
Might kill 2 of them on a hit.
Yeah, I'm just at this point a lot of stuff to read for what I'm just gonna take a shot into them.
Okay.
I'll aim it to where I'm at least firing at the most clustered group of them.
Okay.
While he does, learn to refresh guidance on Kalila if he took it.
Okay.
I forgot.
You did not. Cool. So I don't need to cast another spell.
But thank you.
Are the bats what? How high up are the bats anyway?
10 feet up.
Oh, okay. Wow. So yeah, they are stupidly close.
Yeah.
31?
Yes, that is a hit. What you got for damage?
Well, I have these D10s, you see. 21 damage.
Oh, nice.
They are still dead.
Still dead.
And I now need a... Oh, let me find that again. I need a fort save from everyone.
Earballs. Fortitude. I never am good at these.
Oh, wait, really?
Terrible. 15.
26.
Dirty 20.
Defibulus, you are fine. Kalila, you take 2 points of sonic damage.
Oh.
Faye, you are fine.
What'd she roll?
Dirty 20.
Oh, I thought I heard 10. Never mind.
What'd you roll, Faye?
Dirty 20.
Yep, I was wrong.
Yeah.
All right. So as Kalila grabs her ears.
I also now need a reflex save from everyone.
Really?
I'm good at those. 24.
Okay.
30.
Okay.
Hang on, mathing. 22.
As the echo ends and Kalila is clutching her ears in pain, you all hear the sounds of bats chittering and flying as you hit the deck, and a large swarm of bats fly overhead and disappear into a different cavern. The air grows still as you don't hear movement. You just hear the bats flying off in the distance. All is eerily quiet.
Not to Kalila.
Yeah. Kalila has a high-pitched buzzing in her ear for another minute or two.
Yeah, she's just clutching her ears.
You okay there?
She'll just shake her head. Like, ow, my ears.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't discharge the firearm in close quarters anymore.
At least in an open room.
I don't think it was the gun. I don't think it was the gun. I think it was the bats.
Kalila's just, what?
You would.
She knows not to shout, but it's what? I can't hear you.
Are you going to continue on?
And she's gonna have Hugin take down the web and yes, move forward.
All right. I'm going to need a stealth roll from everyone. Okay.
Damn, I rolled a 12.
Her ears might not work, but she rolled a 32.
Okay.
25.
As you guys are walking, Defibulus kicks a stone and it pinks off of an old rusty pick. And then that pick falls and lands on an old rusty shovel. You all freeze as you hear the sounds of bats chittering. And then it slowly fades away, leaving you with the sound of wind and dripping. As you guys continue on down the path, you turn the bend slowly and you hear more chittering of possibly rats or more bats.
Well,
Yay.
you can hear again. There's definitely bats or rats down there.
Are you guys going to continue on?
Nah, let's just quit.
You never know.
Yeah, let's go.
We're done. Screw this.
Alright, let's
Check it
this
out.
house go. Come on.
Of course we'll proceed.
Okay. As you turn a corner, you all freeze. I need a perception check.
What?
Okay.
22.
21.
Okay.
32.
Ooh, Faye for the win.
You all freeze as you hear a strange, jello-ish, globish movement.
No.
On the ground, you see slime trails. You wait, and as you peer around the corner, you see a large, gelatinous cube slowly moving away from you, almost picking up rocks and carcasses of dead rats and bats and other small creatures, pulling it into its form, and you watch as the flesh and bone just slowly disintegrates. It does not see you, and it is moving away from you.
That one's bigger than the last one.
Dungeon Roomba.
Dungeon Roomba! Sorry, that broke me a little bit.
Nope. I'm done. Let's go home.
You got a problem with oozes?
I do! I've already mentioned this. This is like the 5th DM in a row that wants to throw oozes at any freaking party I'm in. If I don't go on the adventure, no oozes. As soon as I go on the adventure.
Getting slimy with it.
Yeah. Okay,
Now, it doesn't see you, and it is moving away from you. Do you guys want to just wait it out?
We can try. If not, we can be prepared for when it turns around and sees us.
we have the advantage.
Right?
How big is it?
It's a large creature.
Above 6 by 6 then. Or above 7 by 7. I would say bigger than a 7 by 7 cube.
It's just, it's barely underneath the roof line.
Alright, this thing's like 8-9 feet.
Yeah, we can't just punt it.
I really want to see you punt. I really want to see you punt a gelatinous cube. Just saying.
Seriously?
Where's Clyde when you need him in a shield bash, right? Flying.
Yes.
Or wouldn't it make a splat?
Noise.
We could attack it.
Is there any real point to killing the Dungeon Roomba?
I mean, some of them have nifty things inside sometimes.
Well, Defibulus has never dealt with one, so Defibulus wouldn't know much about one. Although he is fascinated that there's a cube of slime just cleaning up the dungeon in front of us.
Right, how is it holding the cube shape? Okay, we'll just wait. You know what? Actually, no, I'm gonna sneak after it and, like, see where it's going.
Alright.
I'll at least have my bow ready for some quick covering fire if she needs it.
Roll your stealth then.
33?
33. You are able to sneak up about 10 feet behind it. The gelatinous cube stops and starts to push onto a wall. And slowly, it disappears into the porous stone around it, leaving just a strange, slimy trail where it pushed in.
Okay, let's go.
She'll follow her advice. If she feels it's safe, she'll follow behind Faye.
Same.
Okay, I don't have magic missiles, so we're on our own.
Into the darkness we go. That's alright, I got a ball of fire I can throw around.
I have a glowing dagger.
I have Wild Shot. It is a missile and it's magic.
It's been useful.
I've got a jar.
I've got a jar of dirt!
As you enter into this room, you are quiet and you are careful. And peering in, you see something that you wouldn't have expected. You see multiple dire rats sitting, looking up at a rat about the size of a small horse,
Oh no.
sitting on some crates. Its eyes glint and move as it chitters and chitters. It almost seems like it is giving commands or talking. After a moment or two, the rat stops chittering, and then all the other rats chitter in almost a strange applause. You hear the sound of the rat hopping off the case. What do you guys want to do?
What in Secret Keeper's name is going on here? Back up, back up, back up.
Cast fireball. No, I mean, no, definitely backing up. You didn't ask how big.
It's like a rat. It sounds like a rat election going on in there.
Right! Dude's got my vote. I mean, that was coming.
I can honestly throw like some lightning in there and see what happens. We're gonna have this. I don't know what that is, but we're gonna have to take that down.
Does anybody?
That's clearly the rat problem. Although I'm really curious on how that rat got that big.
Well, I mean, with everything they eat around here, there you go.
They're filled with metal. Let me cast lightning.
Are you sure they're filled with metal? Have you cut one open and looked?
Okay, what is that about?
Did you see the last ones? It had metal stitching in it. And their bellies are filled with wire. They're chewing on metal things all the whole day.
Well, you do have a valid point there.
You know what? I'm tired. I had weird dreams. I haven't had good coffee. Go ahead. Throw a ball of lightning at him. Let's go.
Aggressive thundercloud into the room and ho!
Yep, let's go. I'm gonna pop guidance on everybody again if they need it, and let's go. Let's do it.
You know, I could try to talk to them. Or are we just wanting them exterminated?
We're exterminating them.
I'm having a murder hobo moment. Let's go.
Wow, I'm the voice of reason. What is wrong with today?
Right? Here, me and Faye are ready to charge in there, and you're not wanting to explode some rats?
Well, you told me no C4. You told me no wild
Back
shot.
then, I didn't say you use a wild shot in here. Go ahead. I give you my permission. In fact, I'll use one too.
Ooh, then we really get to see what happens.
All right, let me at least get aggressive thundercloud going, and then we both fire, okay?
Sounds good.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna fish around for a ball of the wild. Let's do this.
Yes!
Meanwhile, Dan is just sitting there going, what have we done?
I also am having flashbacks of Boulder's Gate and that King Tower.
Right.
All right.
Which tower? There's several.
So you are all going to be using a wild shot of some sort. Is that
After I cast aggressive thundercloud in that room.
all right?
Yes.
Give me a moment.
Let's go. Okay, hang on. Resistance. Can Thundercloud kick back and hurt us?
No. I control it.
No friendly.
Well, if you go walking into it, it'll hit you. But it's not gonna like randomly arc a bolt off to you, no.
Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna pop resistance on everybody else too.
Yay!
Hold on. Which gives give me my shit. +1 on saving throws.
Neat.
Nice.
All right.
So everybody gets +1 on an attack, a save, or a check, and everybody gets +1 on a save.
You keep saying or. We get to choose one, right? Is that what?
For guidance, you get to choose.
Okay. Oh, it's like in the. Okay, I get it.
Okay.
Yeah. See, if you guys survive, so do I. So this works for me. Let's go.
Okay. Let me just open up my last thing. All right. So you were casting your aggressive thundercloud first.
Yes.
All right. Go ahead and roll it.
Well, it's not really a thing. It is it's a spell. So it's like one action. Poof. There's now a 5-foot aggressive thundercloud. So I'm assuming one of those squares. But
Okay.
I can move it around at least provide us like they probably will have to run through most of it.
Okay, what's your range on it though?
Medium, 190 feet.
Oh, that you can cast it anywhere you want in the room.
Yeah.
I would say center it over the big baddie.
Yeah, centering it over the big.
He is already gone because you guys were
Oh,
talking.
okay, fine. Then I'm just going to aim for the front. That's fair.
Okay, I get it. How many baddies are we killing out?
Since no one took a good look, there's probably about 20 or so rats in there.
Yeah, we got this.
All right. So, is there any type of resistance that I can roll against your thundercloud? Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
It's a reflex check of
Let
14.
me look at my spec sheet to see if they even have anything remotely close to that. Oh, I got a 5. Okay.
Okay.
As you send that lightning bolt thing in, lightning strikes around, hitting not only miscellaneous pieces of metal that are jugged out of the ground and out of the walls, but you see it fry different rats, sending them up in a ball of small flames, as 10 of which duck under tables, avoiding all damage. The ones that are fried and sparking still seem to have movement to them as they all look towards the door.
I think you really angered them that time.
Nah. They're not mad yet.
Are you guys going to enter the room to fight these guys, or are you going to just cower in the door?
Oh, let them funnel into us.
Okay.
Please. Do it.
Top of...
Okay, so
Go ahead.
as they come right to the door, I'm going to throw the ball bearing in the middle of them.
All right. I need you to roll a dex to see how close you center it in the massive pile.
Oh, whoa, nat 20.
All right. You put
Whoa.
it right where you want it. Now, with our wild magic and our wild shot, thanks to Maximilian, you need to roll a d6.
D6?
Yep.
Number 5.
All right.
Is alive.
All right. And now I need you to roll a d100.
So 2d10
Yep, or 2d10, whichever.
percentiles.
I have percent.
Bob and Dob.
Yes, roll a bob and a dob.
Ooh, 69.
Oh!
Oh, I got that one, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Well, they're all going to be fun.
For the next minute, you cannot speak, but you can breathe fire as a bonus action. Treat this as Dragonborn's breath attack.
Wait, for how long?
1 minute. You cannot speak, but for a bonus action, you can breathe fire.
So for 10 rounds.
Yep.
What's the damage on the fire?
Let's call 2d8.
Comedic gold here.
My light's gonna go out.
My lantern.
Right, but my light's gonna go out, and I can't refresh it.
Okay. Who wants to throw their next wild shot?
Let Defibulous go, and then I'll take the last shot.
All right, Defibulous, roll.
Am I just firing it at one of the rats in the groups?
That's up for you to decide.
They're a wild shot. You can just pack shoot it and see what happens.
Yeah, I'll just kind of pack shot and see what happens.
So you're not trying to hit anything particular, you're just going to aim in the center of them?
I'm gonna aim for the biggest, baddest looking rat in there, just so I can really piss it off, since we've already really pissed off everyone else in the room.
Okay, go ahead and roll to attack.
How far away is this biggest, baddest, meanest looking rat?
The big guy is just inside your short range.
So short bolt is shooting at short range.
Ooh, fancy.
Yep.
26.
All right, that is a hit. I need damage, and then I need a d6.
17 damage. As for the d6, it is a 6.
And I have the chart up. Now I need a d100.
Yeah, I'll just do 2d10 because I don't remember where my d100 is at the moment.
That's fine.
99.
Wow.
A once in a lifetime roll there, 99%.
99. Oh my god, this is great.
Uh-oh.
Everyone roll a d6 and then a d100
No.
because literally
Oh, God.
Oh no.
99. Everyone in a 100-foot radius rolls on the wild magic table.
I got a 3.
Okay. 3,
2.
5, 2. All right. So Faye, give me a d100.
$49.
You regain a spell slot.
Whee!
Kalila.
I rolled a 2.
Okay, got it. And your d100.
24.
All of a sudden, you see everything as if you were detecting magic.
Oh god, is everything
There's a
glowing?
lot of stuff that's glowing. And Defibulous.
Boy.
What'd you roll?
25. And then for percentage, 43.
You have polymorphed yourself.
Okay, so how long does the detect magic vision for Kalila
It's going to be until the end of the day.
Oh, wow. That's
God.
gonna be disorienting.
Let me get
everything's-
a...
Oh, yay, now I get to be the hallucinating
Let's
one.
do a willpower save. DC 17. No, let's make it 15.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Okay, I'll give you an 18.
All right, you successfully resist turning into a death salad. Kalila, you are the last one up.
This is insane.
Lila's gonna fire at a rat that she has a good beat on. Nothing particular, at least, on the rat, because it's a wild shot. And only probably audible to her and her goddess. She's just gonna go, Desna, don't kill me. Does a 23 hit a rat?
Yes, it does.
Alright, D6 it is. I rolled a 1 on the D6.
Okay.
Do you need me to roll damage for the arrow that I used? Does it do damage?
Yes, when you get a chance.
12.
Okay, that one is dead.
Okay, well, as far as the wild magic, though, where did my other D10 go? 12.
Let me see. A creature of medium to large is summoned within 30 feet of you. It must be a beast-type creature. The creature summoned is at the DM's discretion and
Oh, no.
decides on who it is hostile towards.
Ah! I don't like the fact that it is up to you who it's going to.
I love wild magic.
Probably gonna be it. Just roll a D3. Well, I guess we've got a horde of rats, so a D4. Figure out who it's hostile towards.
Probably not Hugin, but I don't know. This thing could be scared of spiders, so. But Hugin's kind of in the back.
It's afraid of gnomes.
Yeah.
Tied Defibulous to a stick and swing him wildly.
Okay, so a 10-foot creature is literally going to block the door, so you are not going to be able to get out until this creature is either defeated or desummons.
Fear. Big fear.
You gotta remember, my Angry Storm Cloud is still in there doing damage to ratties, because I can move it around on top of rats. Or this big beastie, so. That's a thing.
Apparently I'm going to put it on fire.
We're going to say a giant, let's call it a dire wolf, appears. A large
Puppy.
one. Yeah.
Alright.
It is staring and looks around, confused on where it came from. It lets out a howl and starts to attack the dire rats, biting and chomping. Kalila, as your lightning starts to strike, I need a perception check from everyone.
Perception. Eyeballs in disguise. 31.
Okay?
32.
Oh, did you roll a 1? I hear like laugh crying in the background there.
I did. Apparently I can already taste the fire.
You're distracted. Why can't I talk?
So what'd you roll, Faye?
I did in fact roll one.
Faye, as you go to open your mouth, you billow out smoke, blinding yourself for 2 rounds.
Jesus.
Kalila and Defibulous. As you look in and watch this lightning and this wolf just tear these creatures apart, you start to hear the sounds of electricity sparking and systems powering up. And you hear activating security.
That can't be good.
Turrets
Or could it?
deploying. And you see 4 turrets slowly lower from the rooftop above the rats. These small red eyes beam out light and start to target rats, and you hear 1 rat down, and you just see as this turret system starts to make quick work of all the creatures in the room. And then they spark and continue to scan.
Mm.
2 more turrets pop out, and then I need 1 more perception check.
I am blinded.
Blinded by the smoke.
Then you are blind.
Smoke.
They're waving away the smoke.
You're
That's
welcome.
right.
Yes, 29.
26.
As you two watch in, I don't want to say shocked horror, but shocked amusement, as these strange firearms just make literal quick work of everything in there, your eyes turn and you see a small panel that says authorized personnel only, and it is hanging by a single screw. Inside you see a small, what reminds you of that strange box that the mayor's son handed you. It's a screen. You see words and wires behind it, and it looks like it's some way of controlling the turrets. As you look at it closer, you see multiple ammo types. You see friend or foe systems that require ID cards. You see all sorts of options and controls, but all of the screen is sparking and cracking as lightning continues to pulse through the room. And that is where we are going to end this week's episode.
Am I unblinded yet?
Next game you will be.
Yeah, somebody's gonna have to tell me what the heck just happened, because I didn't see any of it.
Amazingness.
Yeah, Defibulous is probably just jaw on the floor. Wow! How is Kalila's wide-eyed, like, oh god.
Fabulous. We really need to get like a place and put a bunch of those up, and then just let our enemies come to us.
How about we just take one of those and go chasing after the bone god? Do you think that would work?
Well, me friends, it seems as if Mexi's gift of chaos has come quite in handy. A well-placed spell, a few well-placed wild shots, and chaos ensues. Well, me friends, it seems as not only can the adventurers get past the rats, but now they have these strange mechanical turrets to deal with. Well, that, unfortunately, is all the time we have for this evening. And as always, me friends, may the dice gods bless your every roll. We here at What the Dice would like to thank Paizo for creating Pathfinder, Epidemic Sound for our music, as well as Sirenscape for our sound effects. If you would like to reach out to us, you can do so on Facebook at What the Dice Pod, Twitter at What the Dice Pod, and of course email whatthedicepod@gmail.com. And if you liked our little adventure, please share us with your friends and rate and review us.